Hey y'all! And welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not-so-healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all!
Hey y'all!
It's Misty.
It's Honey. And Aaron.
And we are watching Goblet of Fire, or as Ani put it earlier, the Child Endangerment Ring.
Yeah, because it describes it as a tournament with Europe's best student wizards. No, this is a child endangerment ring. Yeah.
It really is. It really, and it is the endangerment of minors and convincing a bunch of people who are just now legal adults that they should be risking their lives for money. So
fame and money
and fame, glory. In the same
there's also gambling. There's also underage gambling.
There's a lot of gambling. There's a lot of cheating at gambling. And there's a lot of like the original reason this tournament was shut down was because a lot of kids died, and Dumbledore's like, you know what we should do?
We should bring it back.
There hasn't been look, nobody died last year in the third year. Nobody straight died, and I think Dumbledore was missing that, so he made it a guarantee this time.
There haven't been enough dead kids for me. Let's
make
it the Hunger Games,
right?
Of wizards.
Let's ramp that up. We need some dead kids around here, and that's Dumbledore.
There's too many of these damn kids.
Look, I get not liking kids, but damn, Dumbledore, just maybe switch professions if you didn't like
kids. Why are you here?
Yeah,
because he's breeding an army, is what he's doing.
Yeah, yes, he is. He's breeding a whole ass army, and it's just fucking disturbing. But then again, it's Dumbledore, and nothing about him makes any sense.
Dumbledore should not be in charge of any sort of children.
Dumbledore shouldn't even be in charge of his phoenix.
I know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Does the wizarding world have, well, clearly not child endangerment laws, but animal cruelty laws? No?
I mean, the only person that would hold that up would be Newt.
Right, that's true.
Fair. Or Umbridge if it involved a cat. But
Also
these are the same people who, werewolves, mer creatures, and minotaurs are all labeled as beasts, despite the fact that they are intelligent and sentient. So, and it's just a werewolf is a normal person most of the time, and then it's just no, you're now on the same level as my pet dog, and it's just thanks. I have to say, the Riddle family was not well off by the time parents died and everything, so that's a really big fucking tombstone marker.
It is
for people who didn't have shit. So.
I remember reading the book and talking about how his mom made a love potion to ensnare her muggle Tom Riddle.
Yeah,
and how her dad, they had nothing, living in squalor.
Yep, because her family didn't have fucking anything either. So
all they had left was just that ring. It was the Salazar ring, and that's his prized possession, her dad's.
Yeah, they had the family ring and all that. Yeah.
Oh, and then they had the brother had just wasn't really functioning all there. The brother was very, very inbred.
Oh, that's the pureblood families for you, though. Really, really inbred.
This poor man, this poor caretaker.
Yeah, the caretaker. I always felt bad for him. Really surprised that the book had started out the way it did, too. And it's just
Death. That's how we start.
So, the book starts out... Does it start out with just this guy and him dying, right off the bat? It's been a while since I've read 4.
I read it all earlier this year, but I don't remember if it was.
I feel yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he saw the light and he went to go investigate, and then dead. The little fleshy arm, just
creepy baby, zombie baby Voldemort, and the doctor.
Right.
It's I won't disappoint you. It's just well, to be fair, he did a better job than most of the Death Eaters, to be honest.
True.
So,
I like how Nagini just goes by this guy. I know she goes right and tells him, but why wouldn't she just take him out?
Like, why you could have just eaten somebody like right then and there.
Right.
A proper
How
greeting.
does that creepy little baby manage to pick up a wand?
Why is Hermione putting a lit candle that close to his fucking face?
Like, Lumos is a spell, girl, and I know you know it.
That is an open flame.
And there's no way that candle makes that much light. Like, fuck that.
I know there's clearly a light coming down.
Yeah.
But
she always so angry sounding. Like, Jesus, girl. Take a chill
She's a
pill.
Virgo.
And it's always towards Ron too. It's like, come on.
Well, she's always angry at them both all the time. It's like, girl, relax.
Or maybe stop hanging out with them. Maybe some distance.
Yeah. And you hate Quidditch, so why are you in a hurry to go to the cup?
Schedules. We must maintain schedules.
Amos Diggory.
Hey, look,
why is he always in trees? Why is he always in trees?
I bet you Robert Pattinson would also like the answer to that question.
He's
why am I
always
cast in a tree?
Trees. And I feel bad for him in this movie. Like, he was going places. He had a future. Now, he went on to Twilight, where he just it all
doesn't
went
have
downhill.
Didn't have one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they just give Harry just the vaguest amount of information.
It's like, it's a port key. He's like, what the fuck is that?
And also, Harry, like, you're the only one not touching it. Don't you think it's kind of important when they're all reaching out to touch it for a reason? Like, Jesus,
yeah,
play along at least once.
Thank God Mr. Weasley put on his parent hat that day because, like, oh, that's right, the Muggle one is here. You know, like.
I mean, even Hermione just, like, went with it and reached for it because everybody else was doing it. Like, there is at some point where peer pressure should, like, help you out, at least a little.
I love how they're all just, like, falling face first into the ground, and Amos, Cedric, and Mr. Weasley are just running down from the sky as if it's, like, that tea time party in Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. When they're laughing on the ceiling, yeah. No, I gotta say, this is one of, aside from, like, the first time Harry goes to Diagon Alley, this is one of my favorite sequences in the whole series. Yeah, because it's just pure fun.
It is.
That's true.
Like, and you see people just being fans of a sport. Like, they're all here.
Yeah.
For they're all, tailgating. They're all tailgating.
Yeah, they're tailgating. Yeah. I mean, but there's also the sense of wonder here again. Yeah. Like, because, like, it's what, like, because once they start getting more into the magic, I think some of the wonder wears off. But, like, with this TARDIS tent,
I fucking love that tent.
And then, like, the wonder of the stadium and all that, like, that part's really cool to me.
I will say it was more interesting to me in the book than it was as a movie sequence, just because it sounded more grand and extravagant. And, like, especially with the stadium, like, they didn't really tell you, like, you didn't really show you much in as much as I would have wanted to in the actual stadium. I also had an issue with the very beginning scene when they first get to, like, the place where they were all staying and everything like that, in that it does fully tell you that they are, like, enchanting muggles just to use this land, and that really bothered me. And I'm like,
muggles, yeah. Be like, you're going the other way. This campsite is closed. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's just like they were just like, and the people that own the land and everything, and all the muggles, that would come by, and they just were fully enchanting them at any given point. And it's just like, yeah, no, I don't like the idea that you could just take somebody over like that. That's not cool.
Also, stop touching this child.
Lucius, come on now. Mind your manners. You're in public.
Also, this fucking stadium is so deep. Like, it is... How many levels is that? That's, like...
At least 30.
It's insane.
And I have to say, like, I know, like, they're considered, like, bad seats to be at the very top like this.
But these look like bitchin' seats, don't they?
They look like the best. What does it matter? Like, everyone's flying.
It would be much easier to, like, look down at it than try and look up at it. And it's just, like, because at least if you're looking down, you can see the lights and everything, which might, like, highlight where the ball is at any given point. But, like, if you're looking up, you're just looking at a dark sky. It's not like the balls glow.
Right.
It's like hockey. The higher up you are, the better you can see.
I was just going to say, like, when we go to those games, it's like, you can see everything going on from up there. I mean,
It's
we never
much
sit in
more-
the back, but we sit pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much more interesting to like have the higher like vision of that. I would love to see the stadium though, but I feel like it would be such a pain to try and watch Quidditch in a stadium like this when the balls are like so small and everything like that, and
Yeah.
everybody's going so fast. It's just like, meh.
Hey, it's Barty.
Senior. Well, this wouldn't be Barty Crouch Senior, would it? Because he wasn't minister.
No, that's Fudge. I'm sitting behind him is Barty.
Fudge, yeah.
Well, like, I don't think their seats look that good right there in those
Yeah.
boxes. Like, there's the
You're
top
sitting
comes
so
out
far
stage.
back. Yeah. Like you're sitting behind these long things of glass.
This part with Ron, like, trying to... He was amazing! every little girl after a pop star's indiscretion.
He's like a bird the way he rides the wind.
An absolute simp.
Mm-hmm.
And Ginny's just like, I think you're in love, Ron. It's like, I think you're in love, Ron. Like, and maybe that's why he was so mad that Crumb asked Hermione to the Yule Ball. Maybe he wanted to go with Crumb instead.
I think so.
Why was it that when they made the fourth film, everyone had longer hair?
Had the same haircut? I was gonna ask that too. Like, why did we all decide that this mop was a good thing? I mean, I don't hate it, but
it was a good look on the twins at the very least.
Yes, the twins could pull it off. Ron, he needs a haircut. Harry needs a haircut.
Why are they dressed like the KKK? Like, at no other point do you see them dressed like the KKK. Just right here.
They're making a statement.
And I understand why they had a hard time escaping at this point, because like the twins don't know how to apparate at this point. They're not old enough because they're going to be fifth years. So like it's just Arthur who knows how to apparate and get them out of there. So, but at the same time, you should have, like, instead of walking back in the tent, you should have grabbed them and just told them like which direction to run in. You know, and just started grabbing them and shoving them in the one direction. Like, just fucking go.
I mean, that kind of chaos, though, like where everyone's in pure panic, you'd get shoved off whatever course you decided to take, no matter what.
Right?
I don't understand how Harry manages to be the only person left here, though. Like an Accio Harry Potter who is a spell. Like, you could just Accio him.
Being asleep and unconscious kept him safe.
Fair enough. But, like, he's the only
aren't they
one that got left behind.
I know.
How did he not get stepped on?
In the book, this was all in a forest.
Yeah. And he saw Barty cast the spell. I believe.
And then, of course, everyone thought it was Winky because she found the wand.
Yeah.
And now there is no elves. Fucking Crouch is like
the
on
fucking
14-year-olds. He's all fucking crack.
Why are you gonna put the wand up their nose? Is that gonna make them tell the truth? Like, like the fuck.
Also, you're asking Harry Potter if he's a Death Eater. Really? Really?
The boy who lived is 100% a Death Eater.
Right. No, it was that guy that keeps licking his lips in a really uncomfortable way. like that. I mean, again, it's like those videos that you keep telling me, like, if the adults acted like logical
people.
Because, Barty would know that tick, that's my son.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
Yeah, my son's got the weird snake tick.
Yeah.
I want to ride that train.
After the Dark Mark has been, shown over the Triwizard, the cup, basically. Mm-hmm. The Quidditch Cup.
Mm-hmm.
We're all gonna go to school and have them fight dragons.
Yeah.
Harry not realizing that when you're the friend with money and you make people uncomfortable by being like, I'll pay for it.
Yeah. Because
he's doing a nice thing, but like it's like one of those like
you don't know unless you're poor.
Yeah. Which is funny because he was pretty much poor because he was the redheaded stepchild for so long
of the Muggle world. Yeah. Loads of security.
I'm fine, bitch. Leave me alone. Why is her eyebrow going up so far?
Is it?
Yeah. Like what you saw. Like, put it down, man.
Aren't you not supposed to write to him like directly? Like, I'm sure that if you told Hedwig this goes to Padfoot, she would know.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what they did is in the book because he was
Yeah,
writing to Padfoot back and forth.
Yeah, why is he putting his full name? Like, why don't you just put his
For movie
birthday
purposes,
and
like people
and social security number?
They never actually said that that's who these people were. Like they never connected the Marauders and Harry's family, like in the movies.
True.
They're just like, hey. Also, it bothers me that like first day of school that these guys are here because didn't they come in like later in like October?
Yeah,
or
it was
like that?
Like wouldn't you want to like
3 months
Yeah.
after the school started?
Like wouldn't you want to get the kids settled first? Like, okay, y'all just go to class, and you know what? In a month or so, we got guests coming.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
keep your shit tidy till then. Thank you.
Also, isn't the Black Lake lake?
It's,
and not
I
an
would say it's a
ocean?
lake, unless the Durmstrang boat just travels from one pool
Unless
of
the
water
whole thing
to another.
evaporates.
Yeah. It travels from one body of water to another.
I mean, there could be a river that feeds it, the
True.
lake, but
Well, you know, if it was too big of a river, the giant squid could just go wherever it wanted.
Yep.
which is probably why you never see it. But okay.
Who instructed Filch that he should run that way? Like the actor? Who told him that?
Oh, I'm sure that was a personal choice.
Look at all these teachers
And
that I
why
don't
did
know.
you go back?
I love the way he runs.
See, who are those people? And those people. I know some of
They're
them
not
are like
all fucking faculty.
I know, but I know some of them are like ministry officials and stuff like that. But there's a teacher right there on the right, sitting at the teacher's table, and I have no fucking clue who that's supposed to be.
Maybe they're 7th year, because remember they don't go to school in the 7th year, so maybe those are people that
That's
teach
true.
7th year.
I mean, because I know that alchemy is a class you're only allowed to take if you're, I think, a 7th year. So, like, it's possible that it's one of those professors.
I know that one of the the one history teacher is a ghost.
Yeah. It really bothers me that they gendered these schools when they're not gendered in the book. Like, they made Beauxbatons an all-girl school in the movies, and it's just like, it's not, though.
It's not. I also don't like that these are all silk outfits. Like, they probably comfy as hell, but
it would get
everything is on display.
It would be, well, it wouldn't, I don't feel like it would fit that well or look that great if you weren't built like Fleur Delacour.
Absolutely not. Shiny fabric is not kind.
Yeah, no.
So you have to be a perfect specimen.
Yeah.
To wear fitted silk.
They just seem really judgy anyway, so. Oh, poor Flitwick has to stand on the table. Honestly, if I had to pick one of these schools to go to, I would go to Durmstrang. So I'd be like, yeah, no. They do teach a lot of dark magic. Yeah. You could tell, because like Flitwick, McGonagall, and Snape are all standing like super close to each other. You could tell they're probably just over there gossiping and shit. They're probably just saying all kinds of shit.
And Ron starts his fangirling.
I'm telling you, he's the one who wanted to go to the Yule Ball with Crumb.
Yeah. You wanted, you know what, those things like that you could have put on your knees so you could...
Yeah.
You could have done that, had that effect.
With the staff, yep. Should have got one.
Also, why does Moody have to walk, and why does he walk backwards behind the castle, rather than like a normal fucking person through the front door?
Because he has to be cool.
He's got to be moody.
Mysterious. Yeah, like who is this lady?
Yeah, like who the fuck is she? Stabbing Flitwick in the hand.
Poor little thing.
Though I will say, like, as much as Barty Crouch Jr. is a fucking weirdo, he was easily one of their top 2 best teachers that they had. And that's really sad. That's real sad.
Not like any of these people are credentialed anyway, so that's fine.
Of course not.
Can I have that tower of ice cream that's just not melting?
That tower dessert, whatever it was.
And that chocolate
chocolate pumpkin thing?
Chocolate pumpkin.
With their little flippy hair.
Wicked. Now, with the polyjuice potion, does that mask a person's essence? Because, like, his Barty Crouch Sr. is there. Would he not be able to sense that his son is nearby?
Because a lot of people aren't going to see, like, they're going to only see what they expect to see.
Okay.
You know?
Nope,
He's
you're close.
a hard-drinking alcoholic. That's what you just have to assume.
Right?
That's Mad Eye Moody for you.
Guys, you do not want to die at 14. Stop it.
The Ministry of Magic giving a shit about student safety? What?
No one under 17.
Also, that is the ugliest fucking goblet. It's just like they could have done things with it, but it's so ugly.
It's because it is old.
Yeah, but like, have you seen the things the ancient Greeks built? Like, they made pretty shit, and that's old. You had to make a clay cup.
I mean, this is the UK.
That's fair.
They don't have originality. They stole originality.
That's fair.
Because kids are dying or people have died in this, we're gonna restrict the age range to 17. Still teen.
Also, why didn't they have an official just like standing guard at it at all
Why
times?
would you need a person when you have that magical ring around it?
Yeah, because they've done such fabulous things with it before.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Karkaroff sneaking into this room? Aaron, don't you love that this is one of your husband's fathers?
I know. Well, he's in what, 6, 7, and 8?
Mm-hmm.
Donald. So
One of your husband's fathers? Is that the words I just heard?
Yes.
So Brendan Gleeson is Donald Gleeson's father.
And Donald Gleeson is Bill Weasley.
Plays Bill Weasley.
Oh, okay.
But what she's referring to is a Star Wars thing.
General Hux.
General
Okay.
Hux, yeah. In the new ones.
Like, that whole sentence just did not make sense to me.
She's
okay.
like, when did you acquire more than one husband?
I mean, like, if you acquired more than one husband, are they rich?
Right.
And if so, where did you find them?
And does it have a brother?
It's just like, huh.
No, they had to mine the other redheaded family in Hollywood to get these people for more Weasleys.
I love how Moody just flicked chalk at a student. He's like, stop it!
It's one of the nicer things he'll do for them this whole semester.
Right?
He's about to use the Imperious Curse and shit on everybody.
He also does a really good job of kind of not really sympathetic, but like a relating kind of thing.
Hermione
it's ridiculous that their enemy is easily just one of their most relatable, nicest, and most helpful teachers. And it's just like, huh.
Yeah, you laugh, Pavardi, until it's on you.
Poor Ron, a spider on his face. I just pass out.
I love how he doesn't give Draco any, like, special treatment. Because, like, oh, what are you laughing at?
Like, I think Draco really bothers Barty.
Yeah.
It genuinely seems like they just bugs the shit out of him.
He must have had to deal with Lucius too many times.
Yeah.
Probably.
I do like the fact that he really just tries to hammer home how dangerous these spells are to these kids. Like, it's not a fun spell.
Like, why did this guy actually come up with lesson plans?
Yeah. Like, can you imagine, like, this escaped convict over there just, like, setting up his lesson plans for all these students?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're unhinged lesson plans, but nonetheless, he had a plan coming in here.
I mean, these are what he taught the 4th years. What did he teach the 7th years?
Yeah.
It's like, here's how to explode your enemy's head.
I do feel bad for this creature that Moody is just putting all these
and he does this at you know, you kind of have to assume
he does it for every level.
Classes. Yeah. It makes you wonder.
Well, he had to find something else because he kills this thing.
So there's at least several spiders that he kills.
But I guess we should be glad it's just a spider.
Yeah.
At least he didn't.
Even though I still feel bad for it.
And the fact that he does it in front of Neville, whose parents had suffered the Cruciatus curse.
He kind of looks like maybe that was embarrassed. Like, oops, went too far with that one. Like, again, why go to the trouble if you're faking it?
Yeah.
To make it real enough to believe.
But still, like, you could just be like, I'm unhinged.
Then he
none of the other professors give a shit. Like, Trelawney is just completely mental.
But then he puts the spider in front of Hermione specifically to kill it. And it's just like,
There, the tick is starting.
Which is
it's
pumpkin juice time.
Such a weird tick to have.
Because then he takes Neville aside afterwards and, like...
He apologizes.
Yeah, like
Like, I wonder how much of that was genuine, and then how much of it is like, I need this kid to trust me because I have a plot for him later.
Which is true, because he does. Isn't he the one that...
Still.
yeah, because he's the one
Yeah.
that gives Neville the book
For the gillyweed.
for the gillyweed.
Yeah. But, like, he couldn't have guaranteed it would affect Neville this way, and that he could use it to his advantage.
Like, right here, he calls him back to class to give him something.
Right. But, like, there's just kind of this... I mean, it's not necessarily, like, pity, like, oh, poor baby. There's kind of a mentorship thing, which then that's the manipulation, but also...
You really don't have to put that much effort into it if you're just trying to, you know...
And, like...
play a part.
The sad thing is this is the best they've been treated by a teacher in a long time, so...
And it's a deranged lunatic who's escaped from prison.
Yeah. I mean, Lupin was good, but then they treated him worse, so...
Well, Lupin was good, but I don't think I think even Barty's teaching methods are probably in some ways better, because one of the first things he did was teach them a real life lesson, whereas Remus's one of his first lessons was like, let's expose your deepest, darkest fear to an entire room full of people that you don't really know that well.
You have to live with.
Yeah.
And can now use to torment you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here comes the twins to try and cheat the system from being... because their birthday's, like 1 or 2 months away?
Yeah. So Dumbledore... and they're like, this is an age line, so what does it matter? It's just like, Dumbledore drew it, and he's like, he's met you. Like, he knows his own students well enough to know you're gonna try some fuckery.
He probably put in a contingency for the Weasley twins. Yeah.
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 And there it goes. Backfire.
And knocks them both on their asses.
The thing I love about this scene is that if you watch the behind the scenes thing, the director was telling them, it's like, no, fight like you mean it, because they were constantly just like rolling around, like not really meaning it.
Yeah.
So the director gets down to their level and starts like rolling with one of them. Like, he literally grabs him by like the collar and like throws him like over him, around him. And I forgot which one of the twins it was, but they got into it and like broke the director's rib.
Of course.
Also, why is Hermione sitting here looking irritated at people? This is like a common space, bitch. Go to the library if you don't want to hear the noise.
Right?
Like, yeah. Like, if you don't want to hear all of this and be there, then move, girl.
Yeah.
Like, go to the library where it's quiet. And then she gets all upset when I get it when she gets upset when the gaggle of girls are always like following Crumb while he's in the library. She's like, go away.
Right.
I get that, but common space? Like, where everyone is gonna make a spectacle of themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Dumbledore throwing out that wandless magic.
Right? Silent wandless magic.
True.
I want to know, I'm sure they said in the book, but I forgot. When did Barty Crouch Jr. have the time to go undetected and put Harry's name in?
Wasn't it the cup open for submission for like 30 days or something like that?
Was it?
It was open for a while, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Man, see, the movie just makes it look like it's like a couple hours.
They make it look like this is the second day of school.
Yeah. She knew it was her.
Oh,
she
yeah.
used that fucking thing that...
I'd be surprised. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she had convinced everybody else that went from her school all to write her name on it. So it had to be her. Is it just me? And I do feel bad for... for the actor, Robert Pattinson and everything, but he gets uglier when he gets into Twilight, right?
He does.
Like, he was better looking
here. Cedric.
Yeah, and then like,
you know why? Because he's really sullen in Twilight. Like, it's the pouty, like...
It's the pouty really, and the...
Like, he's so happy there. That's why he's so cute.
And, like, they make him even paler than usual in the Twilight movie.
They make him look sick, yeah.
I love how Snape is the only one that noticed that something was wrong, and then, like, Dumbledore noticed. Snape was like, what?
And how do you not understand that this means there's something wrong and it was tampered with? Like, it's shooting out red flames and shit like that. Like, come on.
Well, the red flames is the announcement of it,
is like right before it shoots it out, but
yeah,
like,
but the fact that this is going for a fourth person and not 3 like it's supposed to, because wizard.
Harry's just like, what?
And why, if he didn't put his name in the damn thing, How is it a binding contract?
Right? How is it a binding contract?
So I could have just gone and like written Dumbledore's name on it, and he would have had to compete in the Goblet of Fire. Like, really?
It drives me fucking nuts that Ron goes ape shit that Harry is in the tournament. It's like Harry didn't want to be in the tournament. Harry is already facing death every day he's awake.
Yeah.
He doesn't need added death threats with a dragon, a mermaid, and whatever. It's like why does Ron be like, oh, you did it on purpose? Like, really? You were with me the entire fucking time. When did I do this? It's like, how did Fred and George, who were like a month or two away from turning 17, not get in, but I somehow made it through?
And,
well, 14-year-olds don't think with logic.
That's true.
It's very true.
That's true.
And, like, why does Dumbledore send him to go wait with the other champions? I mean, like, if I would have been Harry, I'd have been like, absolutely fucking not. No. I want a normal
I
year.
just to another room and they tell me what the fuck is going on.
Is there a contingency that if he doesn't compete in the dragon competition, that he's going to, like, just drop dead from not competing?
I think
like,
that it was
what?
something like that, yeah. Like,
Is
it was
Why
like
is
a
he
magical binding curse.
But why is he attacking Harry for this? It's like, versus in the book where he's just like...
Because he just had a room full of people yelling at him all the way in here. So he's just taking that energy and...
Also, this was not in Dumbledore's plan for what he had for Harry.
I was gonna torture him this year, but I had different plans.
Yeah, it's just like, I had plans for him, but hey.
There you go. Goblet constitutes a binding contract.
So this goblet is sentient enough to curse children?
Yes, that too. But also, what about the rules that where you said no one was gonna, like, be under 17?
That was, I think, the ministry's rules that they put
But, like,
in
don't
place.
you, like, fucking program the cup to go with the rules?
I guess
like,
it's sentient. It doesn't give a shit.
Well, I mean, like, it could be tampered with to change the rules because, like, that it spit out a fourth champion despite the fact that it's called the Tri-Wizard Tournament.
And so, someone put someone's name, other than their own, into it.
Right.
I'm telling you, if I'd have known they could do that, I would have been throwing Dumbledore in there, Snape in there, McGonagall. Like, fuck, yeah.
I want to see McGonagall fight these things.
Hell yeah. A dragon would come face to face with McGonagall, turn around and leave. Like, it'd be like, no.
Oh, no, not her. No.
It's just like, it would be ready to rip Snape apart, but it'd take one look at McGonagall and be like,
Excuse you, that is not the one I fucking said, that was that face.
Right?
McGonagall is the only person who understands the fact that Harry's fucking 14.
That they have a legal obligation to protect him as his educators.
Yeah.
And Snape's like, no, let's see what happens.
Snape's just like, you know what? This could really just solve a problem for me if we just get rid of this kid right now.
Also, does that look like his writing? No. He has that cramped little, like...
chicken scratch, yeah.
Yeah. Ron, really? Ron...
How did you do it? Ron, you're his best friend.
No shit. This is the start of one of the reasons that I don't really care for Ron all that much. Is he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a Ron fan. I don't hate him, but, like, he drives me nuts.
I understand to a degree because, like, he is one of 7. He doesn't get new things. He's not the center of attention for anything, blah, blah, blah. So, like, versus his best friend, who is always the center of attention, whether or not his friend wants it. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, use your fucking brain. And I do the same thing with him in the 7th one, and I get it, he's wearing the necklace, so, like, it's the Horcrux is just eating into him. But it's like, do you really think that Harry and Hermione are, like, banging while you're out getting firewood?
And also, like, they were all wearing the necklace at some point. Like, it wasn't just Ron. It just got to him more because he's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
So. An introduction of one of the 2 worst characters in all of Harry Potter, Rita Skeeter. Topped only by Umbridge.
Like, she's just touching Cedric's hair. Like, please stop pulling my hair.
Yeah, I would be like, you do not touch me.
Is there a teacher present for this? Like,
because there is at least one minor. So, like, also, like, she drags them into a broom closet, and it's just like, this is not 7 minutes in heaven, like, lady. Like, come on.
Was it all of them or just Harry that she dragged into the broom closet?
I think she dragged them all into the broom closet.
Harry's like, "Can I help you? You're very."
Well, she's like, "Ooh, isn't this cozy? He's 14, you fucking freak."
This is the largest broom closet I've ever seen.
No
It even
shit.
has a window.
Right? I hate that fucking quill of hers so much.
Mm.
But I love how vindictive and vengeful that Hermione gets with Rita.
Like, Hermione shouldn't be fucked with. She traps this woman in a jar. Like,
Yep.
shit. It's like, Hermione, girl, this is kidnapping. Full
She
out.
she figures out what her animagus is, an unregistered animagus, and it's like, haha! Were they alive? Like, what kind of question is that?
Like, how do you think they
This
feel
is
about you
the
being in
worst.
the tournament? Like, horrified, probably.
I want to know who this actress is because she looks very familiar. My eyes aren't glistening with the ghost of my past.
So is she actually our writer, or is the pen a writer?
I think what
That's
she's
fair.
done is that she's bespelled the already magical quill to turn everything she says into some kind of hot gossip.
That owlery is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Do you know how bad that would
absolute-
smell?
Oh, that's why you only ever see them here in the winter, because the cold, like, dampens the
Oh,
smell.
God.
You don't want to hang out in the Owlery when it's the middle of summer and humid and hot?
Look, I'm not that big of a fan of birds in general. Like, so, but then add in bird shit? No.
Where is she? Where is she?
That is an ugly ass common room. Like, the Gryffindor common room is hideous, in all honesty. Like, it's just.
I wish we got to see the Hufflepuff and the Ravenclaw common rooms.
Yeah.
Because in the book, we get to the Ravenclaw common room because Harry goes in there searching for the diadem.
Yeah.
Or Luna takes him in there, whatever.
Harry Potter, age 12. Just like, girl.
Oh, no wonder I know who Rita Skeeter is.
Yeah.
She's Lady Van Tassel.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
From-
she's Lady Van
from
Tassel
what?
in Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
With the Johnny Depp, the whole Tim Burton version.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, Harry at this point should understand that he really doesn't have to worry about Voldemort until close to the end of the school year. Like, Voldemort waits until after his finals. And, like, Voldemort is the only one who cares about Harry's schooling. And he waits until the end of the year.
The devils are inside the walls.
Now, Sirius knows that Barty Crouch Jr. was sent to Azkaban, but he calls Barty Crouch Jr.'s dad somebody who has a heart of stone because he sent Barty Crouch Jr. to Azkaban. Sirius would know that he was a Death Eater, though. Then, like, that's why he got sent to Azkaban. It's like, hey, yeah, no, because you shared a prison with him for one thing, but, like, you might have fought against him at some point, so...
Ron being a prissy bitch is just so fucking annoying. Teenage tragedy. He's like, I just want to go to school and learn magic and swing my wand around and learn things.
Sounds a little gross, Ani.
It's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't know. That's the problem.
She's got a point.
All right, that's fair.
Also, don't you have birds that could carry messages for you? Why are you making her fucking do it?
I wish Ginny would just slap her brother across the head and be like,
I would have by now. The point is, Hagrid's looking for you.
Yeah.
See? See,
Yeah.
she said it.
I'm not an owl.
Not an owl.
Ron, pull your pants up.
That is
Hagrid
the
with,
biggest fucking flower.
And his, like, slicked back hair.
Hagrid calling Harry out for his shitty ass hair.
It looks like he put motor oil in his hair.
Yeah.
He might have, you
I mean, he's got some pretty thick, long hair.
Mhm.
It might be the only thing that works. It looks like
That's
he
very
pinned
true.
it, too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
His little pompadour.
Yeah.
I love how Harry's just like, you brought me out here to show me you making out with
The big lady?
Durmstrang's big lady? Like,
Like, oh, why did you bring me on your date?
right?
Worst wingman ever, Harry.
Oh,
One of these is Charlie. Which one? I don't know.
dragons. It's It's time for dragons. Ooh.
There's your little friend.
It's like, huh.
Also, I still want to know if the little dragons are like living things, or if they're just like a little enchantment that goes poof after a while, or
the ones that they bring
come
out of the bag.
Yeah,
I want to say they're little enchantments, just because
that fucking sucks. I want one.
Right?
Doesn't they show one of them
friend.
later on? One of them works at Weasley's store.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, in one of I think the 6th movie, maybe, whenever they open the shop for the first time, they show the little dragon sitting in one of their little candy things, and he's cooking the candy. He's breathing little bits of fire over it.
I don't remember that.
I've watched the 6th and 7th, 8th movies the least, so that could be why I have no idea. Well, because I want the little dragon. I don't need necessarily a big dragon. Just a little shithead, little hair going. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's real, and they kept him, and somehow the twins got him.
I love how Cedric's like the only one that's not wearing one of those Potter Stinks pins.
Yeah.
It's because Cedric's a decent human being.
I like the fact that Harry tries to play, fair and tells Cedric, like, look, it's fucking dragons, okay? Like,
right?
It's dragons.
Like, I don't want you to be the only one who doesn't fucking know. Like,
yeah.
Oh, this is one of my favorite scenes. Yes, it is.
Draco, why are you sitting in a tree by yourself? How did you even get up there?
Malfoy's like, you're standing up to me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Mad Eye really must have a problem with Lucius Malfoy to go turning his son into a ferret.
Teaching.
McGonagall's just horrified. She's like,
the
what?
Student technically to ferret.
Cedric was waiting for this to happen too.
Like, honestly, though, poor Draco. I would feel so bad for him.
Well, yeah, Draco just had to now see Crabbe or Goyle's junk.
He really has to have a problem.
I never really thought about it, but yeah, he really has a thing against Lucius.
What did Lucius do to this man? Like, what the fuck?
Don't you wonder how one Death Eater hates another Death Eater that much?
I mean, like, what did he do? Like, jeez.
Moody, is that a student? It's a ferret.
No, it's a weasel. It's fine.
I think what would be really hard is, like, Barty Crouch Jr., he, like, has the polyjuice potion and everything like that. He has to lose a whole limb and an eye for this.
Yeah.
And, like, that would be hard to accommodate. Like, it would be one thing if you were used to, like, not having the leg, but, like, that polyjuice potion takes a leg.
Mm-hmm. And an eye. And there's the real Moody just going, let me out.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
I do want that trunk, though. That's a really cool trunk. It's like every lock is like a different layer in the trunk.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. He's like, what are your plans for the dragons, Harry? And Harry's like, I'm supposed to
wing
plan?
it.
I'm gonna wing it.
I'm just gonna wing it.
Like, I was like, look, Crumb's a fucking moron, but...
And again, he's done a lot of research on here. I mean, like not even just like the high level newspaper stuff, like
personal stuff,
which makes it kind of creepy, but also still impressive.
Well, as we learned when Ani and I were doing trivia, Barty Crouch Jr. was one of only 3 people to get all 12 newts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of only 3 people. The only other people to do it were Percy and Bill Weasley. And it's just like, geez. So, Barty Crouch Jr. is a lot of things, but he's not an idiot.
No, he very clearly no.
I've never noticed the disgusting shade of green their refreshments are.
and friends asterisk.
Look, I've never really noticed this before, but like Rita mildly hits on all of the champions at some point. And
that's not creepy at all.
It's a little weird that a grown-ass woman is hitting on a 14-year-old and some 17-year-olds.
So clearly not friends.
Barty is like a living ball of anxiety. He's constant.
Well, if your son had gone that far afield, wouldn't you be?
Yes.
Just a mess.
Yes.
I like how when, like, he moves Fleur Delacour over, and she's like, "Oh, don't fucking touch me! It's such a cute little dragon. I want them all."
And Karkaroff has that cocaine pinky.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It's a metal cocaine
jitters
pinky.
Too.
Yeah.
I mean, that only leaves one dragon left.
Again, I want this little friend.
Right?
Egg.
The thing about, like, Harry and going into this and everything like that, like, he practices again and again and again and again to learn the Accio spell so he can summon his broom. At no point did it just occur to go, like, Accio golden egg.
I want to say that was, like, a contingent that you just couldn't do that.
I mean, like...
Because I thought of that, too, when I was reading. I'm like, can't you just... If you practice to Accio the broom, can't you just do the same mental thing and just Accio the damn egg?
Yeah, because it's, like, right there and you can see it and everything like that.
Couldn't I have been put in a coma until it was my turn to go? Like, so I didn't have to sit there for hours just being like...
Right? Also, the fact that he walked out of his, like, little staging area without even looking.
He didn't look. We've established that Harry has no common sense. So.
I bet you he just walks right off the curb at home, too. Like,
I'm
just
sure.
into traffic.
He just saw, egg. I'm gonna go get it.
Like, on what planet did you think it was gonna be that easy? Like, you are not that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how else you'd go out, but... I mean, like, I don't think you have much of an option other than to just go out, but you could have, like, looked left, look right, you know, like...
Like, there isn't any reason that dragon shouldn't have seen that broom and just toasted it right then and there.
Except, the only thing is that it was more involved with the living thing. That's all. That's the only thing.
Oh, now you're cheering your friend on?
Even Draco's like, oh, shit, he missed.
Yeah.
And now everyone's like, well, the horntail's loose.
I like how not a single teacher actually does a damn thing about the fact that there is an active dragon loose on campus. Like, there are first years on this school, like, grounds, and you've got just a dragon just actively trying to eat one of your students.
Although they did have to update the days with an active dragon situation sign and turn it back to 0.
It's okay. It was probably only at 1 or 2 anyway.
Yeah.
Days without incident at Hogwarts.
Oh,
it's never moved past 0. It's just permanently at 0.
They'd have to do it by hours to make it look like they're making any progress.
Yeah.
Right?
Minutes, and then they just have to average it out between the houses.
I'm sure the Hufflepuffs and the Ravenclaws probably don't really have that many issues.
Probably it's just the Slytherins and the Gryffindors.
Yeah, they're in the kids we don't have to deal with houses.
The Gryffindors probably lead that because they're the jocks.
Oh yeah. I don't understand why the dragon just doesn't jump off and fly rather than just like slowly climbing its way over the side of the building. All it needs to do is fly and then just burn him to a crisp.
But
maybe it's
damage.
Been in captivity its whole life and it's mentally stunted.
Bruh,
I don't know.
You keep pulling on this broom. Just
why don't it work?
Fucking lift it up, my dude.
There were loose civilians in that courtyard too, didn't you see
I saw that.
Like, and not a one of them started moving any faster when the dragon.
There's just like another day at Hogwarts. Harry running for his life.
Just maximum damage. It's fine. And we cause harm to a dragon. You know, it's fine. And everyone's still in the stadium, like
nobody went after Harry at all in any capacity. They're just like, well, he'll either come back or he won't. Either way, this round is over.
No adult had a broom that they
could. No adult transfigured a broom or anything. They're just like, well, we'll see if he comes back. It's like maybe we'll get lucky and the 14-year-old solve all of our problems for us.
I love how his broom is like smoking as if the engine went out.
Yeah.
It's sputtering too, like.
Well, it's missing some bristles, so it doesn't fly right.
Yeah, we didn't think you'd be marred.
We thought maimed for sure, but not dead.
And then everyone's gonna want you to immediately shut it.
They just drop him into the floor.
Oh, hi, Ron. Come to crash the party.
He had a little popper gun. He was coming to celebrate. And then it made a horrible noise, so you don't want to play anymore?
Yeah, no, he got offended.
Putzenstein.
Now after he saw his friend nearly get eaten alive or roasted by a dragon, he's like, okay, I'm sorry.
Probably saw the look of pure horror on Harry's face. And just like, what the fuck is happening?
You have to be completely mental to want to put your name to fight a dragon. It's like you
no,
think?
Ron using his one brain cell.
Oh, Jesus, Ron.
And now Ron's trying to take credit for all this, and it's just like, oh, Ron. He was a bit distraught. Over what just exactly? And Hermione's like, boys are fucking morons.
That's the lesson you're supposed to take away from here, Hermione.
That's true.
And just fucking leave them alone.
Your two best friends are two of the dumbest fucking dudes on the planet.
Do not marry either of them.
Honestly, that is so many sandwiches, and that is a box of cereal. That was a full-ass box of cereal.
You can have a full plate of, like, full English. Oh, Jesus, Harry.
I know, just fucking drooling.
Had a stroke.
All because a girl looked at him. Just
That's a heartogram. Again, why is no one catching her? I mean, people have to read this paper and go, why is she talking about children this way? Right?
Yeah, honestly.
Because Victor Crumb, is he 18, 17? What is he? He's over 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still kind of gross for this woman to be talking, calling him a bonbon.
It's really gross. And, like, I never realized how creepy Rita was in that way until, like, we're watching this now.
Yes, your mom sent you a very 70s frilly dress robe.
Bonnet.
I love how Hermione's the one that knows what the fuck that is, and the pureblood doesn't.
Yeah, and it's just like, why does she know all of this? What book did she read that was this, like, 70s male fashion?
Like, Harry Potter, Wizarding World, Pride and Prejudice.
There you go. Like,
it's for a ball. And you do a silly little dance.
There you go. Well-mannered frivolity. She's what? She's the dowager?
Mm-hmm.
In
Duchess,
Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
A dance.
She's not excited about that either.
No, she's like, God. Like, these kids weren't enough.
Nothing. Bumbling.
Buffoons.
Can you imagine having to do this with the Slytherins? Like, Snape has to fucking teach you how to dance. Like, I imagine most of them probably know how to dance, because most of them are from, like, pureblood families, and then, like, the other ones could probably ask the purebloods how to know how to dance. But, like, can you imagine Snape having to try and teach dance lessons?
He would probably find a...
substitute.
No, I was going to say just, like, like, a reel.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is how you dance. I'm not going to be involved.
Watch this, learn this. Don't ask me questions.
I was thinking, like, maybe, like, the upper year prefects for Slytherin. He's just like, teach them how to dance. Like, just, you do that. Wow, this is, like, a camera moment. Like, they should have taken a picture of, like, Ron and McGonagall dancing.
I love how all the girls are the ones that went up immediately to learn how to dance, and all the guys are like, no.
It's like, absolutely
Except for Neville.
This is the only thing Neville's got going for him. That he's got the other kids.
He's
beat.
Smart and breaking his shoes in early, though.
Yeah.
I like how Harry's like, why do the girls travel in packs? It's like, we're not werewolves, Harry. What the fuck?
We're swearwolves.
Yeah, we're swearwolves. No, because we fucking hate boys. That's why. Because you smell and I don't want you talking to me. And my friends will ensure that you don't.
Exactly. Keep your horrible hygiene away from me.
And their little Hershey Kiss hats.
Kiss hat.
Okay, but this actress that plays
Madame Maxine,
she's in that show with Ian McKellen and that show Vicious.
Okay.
And, like, there's this part where she's worried about, like, going out and getting raped or something. And Ian McKellen's character goes, no one wants to rape you. so mean, but that's all I think when I see her anymore.
This is Gandalf going, no one cares.
Yeah. No, Violet, no one wants to rape. Like, it just, oh my God.
If I was Victor Crumb and like I had all these girls following around me, that would piss me off. And she's like, don't fucking stalk me, you little weirdos.
Yeah, right. Why do they all have Snape hair? That's what they have, is they have Snape hair this year.
It's fair.
Although, this is my favorite Snape interaction in the whole series.
Just whack them on the head.
Just,
yeah.
All the good
or
ones.
all the good ones will have gone. Like, really, like, that's the way you're gonna describe these girls. And that's the perfect way to ask one out. Hit her with paper. What the fuck?
Does she know which one she's talking to?
Right? Does she know which twin she's talking to? One of the twins just looks over and, like, throws paper at Angelina John's like, yo, you want to go to the ball with me? It's like, which one are you?
I like how he hits
does
both
not
boys,
hit
but he
Hermione.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't hit Hermione.
It's kind of like on NCIS. Gibbs hits the boys, he doesn't hit the girls.
Yeah. But never hits Ziva, always
Hitting Ziva would be stupid.
But he doesn't hit Abby.
Never hits Abby. He loves Abby. Always gives her mega gulp.
Yeah.
But always hits Tony.
Tony kind of deserves it, though.
Tony always deserves it. McGee.
This is my favorite moment. I hate to interrupt, but it's the wind up.
The fixing of the sleeves first.
Yeah, McGee never deserves it, but Tony always does.
Yeah.
Somehow I just don't think that's the smartest idea on Snow, but that's okay.
I love how Joe just like, stop moving.
Joe's like, move.
Look, some common sense. I couldn't think of a more romantic place to ask you than the bird shit tower.
Since we're both here, surrounded by shit, would you like to go to dance with me?
While
It'll
you have
also
the
be
smell
shit,
of, right. While you have the smell of guano in your nose, would you like to do something even more repulsive and go to the dance with me?
I like how she says, like, somebody's already asked me, and it's just like, yeah, the boyfriend you already have established to have been dating for a while at this point. Yes, he did definitely ask you to the ball. If that wasn't pre-established.
Right?
I just assumed he'd go with someone else. You know, he goes out with her all the time.
And why is she so sorry? She's like, I'm sorry, I really am sorry. It's just like, why? You have a boyfriend. Pay attention to your boyfriend, not saying to Harry, oh, I wish I could date you instead. Ron's just in shock.
Like an idiot, he asked the most popular girl.
Well, he didn't really ask so much as he screamed in her face.
Word vomited on her.
You know how I like it when they walk.
What is Fleur? She's like part
Vila.
Vila. That's what it was.
I think she's a fourth Vila.
Yeah, she's the fourth Vila.
Yeah.
What is that again?
Vilas were one of those like enchantresses that that's because they were
like siren vampires.
Yeah,
siren vampires that throw fire.
Because they were the dancers for the Bulgarian team.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, yeah, they weren't for the Irish team. I think they were for the Bulgarian team. And like every time they would dance, everyone on the stage would be like, ah.
Yeah, people were crawling out of the stands trying to get onto the field.
Well, men are always gross, so there you go.
That's
fair. Look at that giant tassel. Did you see that big ass tassel that was hanging from the ceiling? Like, that's their choice of decor, like a 10-foot tassel.
Also, why does Molly think this is appropriate for a 14-year-old to wear to a ball?
She knits all the time. You're telling me she doesn't have like a couple of spells to like jazz this up? Like, come on,
you know, all she'd have to take off is that crochet shit off the cuffs and the collar, and it would be somewhere in the realm of acceptable.
Like, at least take all of like the crocheted stuff off of it. Like, come on.
I smell like my great aunt Tessie. I love that.
But, like, you go to school with a bunch of girls. You can't tell me Lavender Brown doesn't have a couple of spells that would have made that suit better.
Oh no, we don't need to be introduced to Lavender Brown this early.
Fair point.
To 1-1. Ugh.
Oh Jesus, Ron.
Dad was like, I don't want to be here.
I like how Harry's the last to know absolutely everything. It's like, you have to dance in front of the whole school right now. And he's like, what?
Again, why does nobody have any idea how to get rid of this crap?
Right?
She's the transfiguration professor. Like, if anybody should be able to get rid of it, it should be her.
Padma's like, what? I don't want to go off with him. This take of Hermione walking down the steps took like so many times, apparently.
You buffoon, Harry.
Walk slower. Don't move your arms so much.
See, giant tassels.
It's a statement piece.
It is. If my school had dances like this, I would go.
Like this.
Like
Yeah, like this, sure.
I would go.
I went to exactly one dance in high school, and it was prom, and that was it.
Yeah.
I went to...
Oh, I went to 2, because I went to homecoming and prom.
No, well, we didn't have prom, but I went to winter formal. My junior year. I think I left after about 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't think we stayed at prom all that long either.
What's a waste? Rhythmically
Stop.
challenged.
Stop switching arms.
He doesn't know how to dance, but he knew that he should be lifting her.
Oh yeah, didn't Fleur go with one of the like Ravenclaw boys?
I think so.
I would definitely be dancing with my cat at the event. But
So would I.
You know.
Yeah, same.
That's right. Neville took Ginny. I forgot about that.
It's a good choice on her half, though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she wouldn't have been able to go if he hadn't asked her, because it was all 4th years and up, I believe.
Yeah.
Then again, which is probably a good thing, because who wants a bunch of, like, 11-year-olds running around at a formal ball? Hagrid, that's not a way to ask a lady to dance. Just, like, gesture with your head, like, come on! Like,
He's like, it worked for the Weasley twins.
Who are these people? Because they got the weird sisters in the book.
Yeah.
These are not the weird sisters, because they're not sisters.
Could be the weird brothers.
Every once in a while, there'll be a shot that reminds you just how few people actually attend this school.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, sometimes you'll see the Great Hall and it looks fucking packed, but, like...
There's nobody there.
There's nobody in this back half.
Can I have your arm? Arm, leg, take whatever you want.
And Ron's about to make the whole night a terrible, terrible time.
As
course
most
he is.
boys do.
That's, ice sculpture is really cool, though.
Yeah.
Right? Who was the
You
one
are-
fangirling?
It's like, Ron, you were more into him than I was. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's the better part of her argument, because then she's like trying to be like this international, you know, wizarding community. Like, shut up. Like,
Like,
you were
no.
fanboying a couple weeks ago, and now
You're pissy because I got to dance with him and you didn't.
right. That's the better argument. Who cares about international sportsmanship and
Like, Ron, are you more mad that, like, he's dancing with me, or that you couldn't dance with him? Like, which part of this are you jealous of? Like, let's be honest.
He's way too old. There's a 3-year
It is
age
kind of
gap.
a point, though. Like, 14 and 17 is a pretty big difference, though. Though I think, isn't she 15? Doesn't she turn 15, like, in September? So she's technically a little older than everybody else?
yeah, but yeah.
Harry's just like, I'm not gonna argue with her. Like, fuck no. Not with that tone.
Like, Ron had absolutely no right to ruin her night like that.
No shit. I noticed that Jenny gets a brand new nice dress, but Ron, man, he got those frills.
Well, she's the only girl.
She's the only girl. There's no hand-me-downs.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna leave this episode here. And we'll save the rest of the child endangerment for the next episode, where some kids almost drown in a lake. Or get eaten by a giant squid, to be honest. And get lost in a maze, tortured by a guy with no nose. And, yeah, next episode should be fun. Till next time, guys. Bye!
Tune in next week for more fuckery, because we have some serious questions and concerns. Also, why is Karkarov's teeth so nasty?
They
look
were
like wood.
so gross,
They
right?
look like rotted wood.
They
They
did.
probably
Oh.
are.